I can turn the volume up. How's everybody else feel? I can speak louder too. I could shout and twist.
I think it's probably good, so you can go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, it's 2 minutes still. That's good enough. Everybody that doesn't know me, which I would say is probably quite a few people, I don't get on the streams or anything. My name is Nathan Reynolds. In the forums is Vacation Avenger, or Nathan Reynolds. I have two accounts, but usually Vacation's what you see me as. I'm a contractor. I work at Pixelscopic here. I do all sorts of things. I do spine animation on enemies. I do some of the like emitters and visual effects and some of the glitter bombing things that have happened in some of the more recent builds. I do a lot of the implementation pipeline stuff. So it's just a whole bunch of jack of all trades sorts of things. And actually, today we are gonna get these are destructible barriers that you'll be able to like throw bombs at and explode to maybe get to some like different parts of the room or something, perhaps maybe a treasure chest or something. Who knows? And obviously this is Delverstrap. This is a game by Pixelscopic. It's an action RPG type thing. It's fun. I like it, obviously. I am working on it. I'm a little biased, though. Okay, so what you'll see here, I've got these two little barriers, and I really only need one of them at the moment, so I'm going to turn one of them off. And we'll just trim that down. So all I need is this little guy. Right now it's been painted at, I think it's 1152, yeah. We don't need it quite such a high resolution. We got to make it smaller, so I can make it game size. We'll resize down to 144, and then let's see. I think it's bicubic we use. Ooh, this has more than one bicubic option. Hello, new Photoshop. Use smooth, keep it clean. And working assets. I've got a whole list of basically all of our obstacles, debris, all of that jazz is all stored in here somewhere. And it's a good idea to make sure that it's game size. So that was actually one of the biggest struggles I've had, is trying to comprehend the difference in screen resolutions and all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of things that go into it. What is this? Fit to original size? No. What is this new Photoshop? Why can't I just scale it? Need this. Ooh. It's like 12.5. Oh, yeah, it looks right. There we go. What is this? It's giving me a message. Oh, there. Yeah, so there. That looks right. He's about the same size as that crate. That's kind of where we're aiming for. And now I'm going to save this as a ping, because everybody loves pings. We're going to go up here to let's see, just let's see, did we ever notice that the pipes don't exactly line up right? Yes, sometimes. There's a little bit of an offset. We can change a lot of that stuff in data as well as getting the arc to line up just right. So it's a lot of finesse, a lot of finagling things. But we do what we can. I don't like this great big name. No, we don't need any compression like that. Okay, so now we have that in a file. And then the next thing I kind of want to do is I have this open here, and I will kind of show you guys. This is Object Zone 1. This is basically our tile sheet that we use in tiled so that we can place it in the game. It's kind of a visual, what you see is what you get editor. And so what I want to do is take my rock and I want to put it in this. But these all have to be lined up the right way. And so I will go down here and I'm going to turn on these bands. And you'll see I've got them numbered right here, 1, 2, 3. This is just a layer that's in the background so I can kind of see where things are. And they correspond to the columns too. Everything's lined up on a grid basically. So I'm going to take this here. Where did we go? Oh, darn it. Don't. Oh, that seems too big. That's okay. This is basically just an icon, so it doesn't have to be totally pretty. Make sure my grid is on. Oh, I must have moved that at some point. And now we're going to save this as a new ping here. Not Pixar. This actually needs to go over to the SVN. And that is this little guy here. So we're going to overwrite this so that we have a new one. That's saved. And we should be able to open up tiled here. And make sure that it is actually in. Yes. Okay. So I've got my little icon here. And that's good for here, but now we have to make sure that it knows, oh, well, I'm a dummy. I just realized what I need to do. I left my grid open. So let's turn this off and save as again. this is, oh, that's why. Why did this not get rid of this? There we go. Now we're good. Now we don't have those blue streaks everywhere. So basically, you know, you can take this into Tile and put it a place, and it'll show up at least here. But now we have to tell the game basically that this is what it is, which is important. So we've got to go into the exciting world of our data sheets, which we host all of these up on Google Docs. Kind of keeps everybody on the same page. And Tile. So this this sheet here, this is a data sheet, basically just a spreadsheet, and it corresponds to the columns that I had and rows that are lined up here in this sheet. So let's see, where is this? I've got to go to the correct one. That would help. Okay, so we put this next to the little iron weight thing. This was the next one in line. So it is a breakable wall piece. It's template, we'll call it break wall. It goes into the objects interactive, just like the other things. And now we have to download this to the proper place in our data so that we can see it all. Oh, good. Somebody did post the Survivor guide. Oh, I went to our new data. And this is, what is this? I forget. Are we in Object Z1, I believe? Yes. Okay, so basically this sets up this little template. Actually, I want to fix that. My OCD can't handle it. Sets up so that it links to something in here, which now we have to add in the actual art piece, the actual ping that we set up just a little bit earlier. So let's see. It is going to be immovable, but it will be destructible, right? So object destructible, this first subsection is movable, but let's scroll down here, and there's a little bit farther down, is immovable. So it'll inherit sort of these traits in the data, which I'm sure is very thrilling for everybody on the stream. And we're going to call this breakable wall. Next thing, let's see, what did I call this? Wall. Make sure that everything matches up. That's not what I wanted. So it's because the text is one dir. Okay, so basically this gives it a unique ID, a name, and then which database to pull from. And then inherits sort of these physical characteristics, so how many HP it has and all that sort of jazz. That way we don't have to modify it specifically for, I mean we can modify it specifically for each item, but we don't have to if we don't want to. And then we have to give it a collision here, which it should inherit from up here, or if not, it'll go all the way up here. Should be right. And then this is just a single frame sort of thing. It's not animated. It's just a little image basically. So it is going to be, what did I save that as? OBJ underscore break underscore wall. Wall. So when we load this up into Texture Packer here in a second, it'll read its name basically. You don't need to put the file path or anything like that more specific. It just reads that name, which is really cool actually. Saves a little bit of time. And then this is just a single frame name, and then we also have its frame name if it's damaged, and then the frame name if it's dead. So once it takes a couple hits, and then the third is if it's gone forever. So we have the ability to basically make 3 states for any single image in the game after it takes a certain amount of damage. But let's see. Right now we won't mess with these because it's just going to either be there or not be there after you whack it. And we'll give it an emitter so it knocks some like stone pieces off to the side, which is a lot of fun too. So now let's CSV. If you guys have seen some of the other streams, you've probably seen Kobe mess with a little bit of this stuff. And, maybe Baker too, I'm not sure. Database, nope. And this is objects. So now that is over. Next thing we need to do is go to Texture Packer. Popped up over here. Oh, everything goes over here. This is a pretty big file. Basically, right now, all of our pieces are, almost all of our pieces are in a single texture sheet. It makes it a little bit more efficient right now. Later on, I expect we'll have to break these up into a little bit more unique characteristics, but for right now, it does okay. This, for some reason, is floating, but that's all right. I have this. I just need to add this to the texture sheet. Just click and drag, voila, easy peasy. If I scroll all the way down here, where did it put it? Yeah, so there you go. It put it right here. It has decided, because it has a mind of its own, what the most efficient use of space is. So we save that, and we're going to publish it. And then we're working on some weapon stuff, so you can see it's going to throw me some errors, like, oh my god, I can't find the things, but that's alright. That's all that inventory stuff that's getting ready to happen pretty soon, I think, so that'll be something exciting to look forward to in the next build. Nope. Alright, we're done writing. Okay. So now we've set it up in data, we've given it a an image basically to account for, and linked everything up more or less. We should be able to actually just like drop one of these guys in here. If I go to an object layer, that is. Okay. So we'll put it right there in the middle. Save. And run the game and see if I was successful in actually hooking that up to get it to show up in game. Hey, look at there. So yeah, this is the jail, by the way. Anybody here that's on the stream looking around. I know it was a long time getting here, but got a little jailer. Walk around. See, right now he has no collision, so we're gonna have to fix that.
You know your stream quality is really, really bad.
I don't know how to fix that.
I know how to fix it, but it kills the stream. You have to restart it, so I don't know if it's worth it. Because you can change it and export it, but they have to kill the stream to be able to do this.
Oh, really? Well,
So other people will finish it. Okay, just tell them to be right back.
yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll be right back. I'll fix it. This is a good little pause here, and we'll fix the quality on the stream. Apparently, there's something I don't know how to do. Big surprise.
Go ahead and go to broadcast to kill it.